so that next time we're on air, you're definitely notified pronto. You don't have to miss a thing. You don't flinch. The moment you snooze, you lose. You won't have to lose because you definitely be up to scratch insofar as updates are concerned. I have with me a lady, Lucy, in studio, the Empress, alongside the Chief Mfundisi, the Cardinal, coming off the conclave.
Thank you.
The man of God with the word of God in studio.
Glory to God.
Absolutely.
Man, this is second hour.
Yeah, second hour. And we're definitely cruising. We're in overdrive. All right.
Oh.
Cruise control.
Already we can see that Manu overtook us.
Yeah, they were indicating it, but
Pamwamba,
Pamwamba Manjapa, we can't catch them.
Yeah, you know, there's no better ecstatic feeling
I know,
than Pamwamba. And if
Uh-huh.
you have not been for a long time, since 2013, obviously, like I
On
said,
top of the world.
on top of the world, you're over the moon. It's absolutely exhilarating.
So
Yeah.
to cut you short. I like the fact that now the song has changed from 20 years. Now it's
Apamwa.
Apamwa.
This is how smart, Lucy is,
If you are going to be in the studio,
Yeah.
it's a good memory.
absolutely.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is ipucha badesu balapanga pamwamba balulu balusi kufumya balusi. So twabwela so today hopefully Manchester United would have won
Tomorrow.
to chili pamwamba mailo then twakwata maybe balisha
Balisha bakiliba.
ko balilisha kilimba kushana something like that. But somebody had asked in the first hour, Lorenzo, about Patson Daka. And who had said in passing, West Ham United sold Sebastian Haller for about 20 million euros. Now, Sebastian Haller, only 18 months ago, was the Hammers record signing from Eintracht Frankfurt,
yeah.
for about 45 million, euros or pounds. And David Moyes now has about 20 million euros to spend. But what we were hearing, according to reports, was that
You mean Takataka Moyes?
Takataka Moyes ulawini alipo akona ula Man United bamupela ama champions kusafuma number 8
Ascenda pressing ion. Aiwika mumatika.
niba abantu bakubati alenwa drinki alebelenga Facebook elo alechisa elo ala babika nshimbi na drink aletamba Facebook ainya nshimbi kunywa nshimbi kunywa nshimbi kabila lelo lisha Facebook alechisa na kunywa drink kwati watema yo drink toro wechita so wamoja nomba aikala alechisa aleno na nshimbi aleno na drink leta kunywa
Instead, annual drink.
Aba pa Facebook, those of you who are watching via Facebook, aba pa Facebook benakwata nshimbi na drink. So aba pa Facebook aleka tafuti alechisa nomba alaba fibidi ainya nshimbi kunwa nshimbi Teka Moyes because Bamushila champions. Like we've been saying since the time that Sir Alex Ferguson in January, we must be specific. It's the first time in January that Manchester United are top of the league because they have had 2018 August, Baikala first day by winner, then Number this time from last week to Sunday, Bachili Pamulu. So we have lasted Pamulu. So to a winner or to draw against Liverpool. Nish number to Aikala Pamulu 40 by 6 points from Liverpool. Manchester City.
Imagine you could have Pamulu by Liverpool.
Under us. Aikala under Manchester United. And the Peter Drury probably is going to be the commentator. I expect that he will be opening with something like Manchester United have been only a footnote in the title race, but now they're posing big questions to Liverpool because now they are, according to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, they are hunters in this particular. Yes, they are big underdogs getting into Sunday because Liverpool have not lost at Anfield in 4 years. So
In the Premier League,
and they are champions in the Premier League, yes, and they are champions of this league. They've got some wonderful players: Sadio Mane, Mo Salah, Mohamed Salah, ngakaingisha kale kissing kwatini kwati ni coach wa Banapsa Stars Muhammad Fatih ele ba wini ne ku Mozambique aikala Kisingi ground so most of them ngaingisha ba Man United ku Kisinga Anfield ground. So we don't want to see that. I hope that Manchester United defense is going to be strong enough because
you can bet that Salah won't kiss the Anfield turf.
Meaning he won't score. Kissing the Anfield turf. But
Inshallah and Deco.
But we were talking about Sebastian Haller very quickly, Lorenzo, who had been sold to Ajax, meaning that Taka Moyes, and this is how you brought in all this, to digress. Absolutely, the histrionics, if you like. He does have money to be able to spend, but we understand that Red Bull Salzburg will not take less than 25 million euros. And as a result of that, they have balked at that asking price. Shamonika kwat Shafula by West Ham. Indeed, they are very interested. Tikamba manje wa mdala watu wa Ndhele Daka. Nyo inwanzo wafunza kutati mtiuze, pankani za Patson Daka kuenda ku West Ham. And banzi wa dabu watakamba Chinyanja, shambika munga ni miracle. Chinyanja, Timala Nkula, Chitumbuka, Boxu, Kanele tukuyoya na Chitumbuka and Ndhele Daka so nkani ni yakuti zere sikugwa iya atachitofusa mwana pa komboni kuti nyumba yanga iri kuti ndine tate wake ndani ati nebashirwa toke njikala kwisa ero bakulanga nganda yokaina ukolota wishi bero bakula ati kanso zibako helps you to get home zezere sikugwa Liverpool ali muzezere ila isema njenje because whenever Manchester United amatewa monga nguruwe mwiziba nguruwe or maybe elephant that's a much better because ngatabu do funga tabura kumbuyo do then uri muntu goal you just have to be beaten and ankara kuso goal so chi elephant chizibwa chiri kuso goal but ngani ni yakutira West Ham ndarama zamene bali nazo sizinga nkale zo paka kugula Patson Daka ni zona kutira West Ham are interested in Patson Daka manje ndarama zamene afuna West Ham zioneka zamene afuna ba Red Bull Salzburg back Austria zioneka munga za pakako osa iwala kuti agent barusi bafuna agent kwa Bergman agent wa Patson Daka ni mnyamata ochedwa Frederick Kanute anali mnyamata anali kucha bora ku Tottenham Hotspurs pamozi ndi West Ham United. You remember that in the last season, in the last window, Tottenham Hotspurs were interested in Patson Daka. Manje kuli Mourinho kuja kunaona kuti ati game times is a paka. So when Frederick Kanute wanakamba he is staying put. But apa manje ndaba kulibe number 9. But West Ham, they only have Mikel Antonio as a recognized number 9 and he's 30 years of age. Manje at 30, alina injuries kwa mbili. So waona Patson Daka at 22 years of age, he could be a very good signing. Because obviously they are also thinking that akacha Munshe, maybe 3 years later, wangamugulise pandalama ya ikulu. But yuchuone kamonga ndalama za mili wafu na Red Bull Salzburg wa West Ham swanga kwanize. Then there's also been talk about, computer mwepu. There's been talk that, Arsenal's Mikel Arteta could be interested so that he partners him with Thomas Partey of Ghana, which are midfield yawa Arsenal. But Patson Daka, it's not just West Ham, but many were Tottenham Hotspurs, although Kanakali Pamaninka Mourinho. You remember where he said that player Safno Berakuni doesn't want to fight the best Angabe. He didn't name him specifically, but that just confirmed. Like Mourinho has a way of words. Ngati player is afraid kuchita fight for his place. She's not fit kutata breku boronkarabwanji kuspaz. Ndawa kulikulu na Hurricane kuja kulibina na Sun. They shine those. So I think Kanute anzoganza utati Patson that aenda ku Tottenham azambo kutia bench. So he decided saza aenda. But Mourinho was very categorical. He said that player Ayopa competition and she doesn't belong here. So yes, indeed, there's a lot of interest in Patson Daka because he's done very well for Red Bull Salzburg and all the major, online publications in the UK have been talking about him. So we wait to see, Likawanu, his local manager, Kafio Celtic, you remember I was at Kafio Celtic as well, has indicated that they're not in a hurry, to push Patson Daka anywhere. It is going to be only the right move in terms of his development, Kucha Bola, and the boy himself has said he would want to go to England. He has spoken about trying to be like when a Thierry, like when a Patrick, when a Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, now when a Mo Mo Salah, but we should not be very excited. Indeed, Nkani Zaka Chasu wenangu wanzo kamba no wampasa jezi number 29 vaboza hivyo. Wametizi waliona pasa jezi number 29 ni Justin Shonga. Wamina achuka kuli wa Shashakuma, Shamashavila, TTM on to Cape Town City where he has joined Charles Zulu. So he has moved. That's the only 29 that we know, and it's not Patson Daka.
Okay.
So I think this question should get to Andrew.
And we've been joined by Mapalo as well.
And Mapalo, right. So Andrew, can you hear me?
Andrew, kindly unmute your microphone.
I can hear you loud and clear. Sorry about that.
Okay, if the rumors, what we're hearing with regards to Patson Daka?
Daka, yeah.
Yes, is true. Could it be that Arabi are completely done with him, like they want him to go, he can move, or maybe pricing is the reason why they still want to keep him, or they're using another strategy to say we'll just be hiking the monies for him to avoid transfers?
Not at all, Lucy. If you look at the performance of Patson Daka, it speaks for itself. I mean, he's a player who has proved himself. He has been pitted against some of the great defenders in the world, and he has proved himself. So they feel that he's worth what they are asking for, and so they if you look at the media, they've really hyped the player. The media are playing a very, very big role in the way Southbank are pricing Daka, and that is how the business goes. I mean, you perform, you are highly rated. Obviously, those that are holding you must get the best out of you. So there's nothing like they are holding him because they don't have a replacement. If you have heard, the coach has been talking about bringing up some young players, from the academy, and they just want the best out of their best player. He has been compared to so many strikers that have passed through Red Bull Salzburg, and he's sitting, pretty on top there. So it's all about business, and it's all about them getting the best out of their best player. So it's nothing like they want to, keep him. No, not at all. I mean, get the best out of your best. That's what that is there at the moment, Lucy.
Thank you, Andrew. Mapalo, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you, Madam Lucy? How's everyone in the studio?
We are fine here.
I can even feel the smile here where I'm sitting.
I know.
I thought you would say
Congratulations, Sunny. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, to start with, congratulations. I know you passed your exams. A quick question. I know besides Wamuzo here, he's saying they're Pamwamba, but let's get back to business on Patson Daka with the rumors going around. Are you excited? What's your say?
Well, of course, to reiterate what the other panelists have said, if you look at Red Bull Salzburg and Ajax Amsterdam, perhaps these are two teams in Europe that are known for their building quality and how successful they are in, of course, bringing up young players, and it's business for them indeed. There was a certain Erling Brett Haaland. He hit for one season and off he went for £40 million to Borussia Dortmund. You look at the likes of Sadio Mane, Naby Keita, Takumi Minamino, Marcel Sabitzer, all those pass through the system of RB Salzburg, and I'm sure they are confident because they have strikers in Berisha, they have Cheku Koita, they have Adeyemi, the youngsters coming through. So if indeed the sale price does come through, which they're asking for, 25 million euros, I don't think they'll lean crying towards the fact that they've lost maybe one of the red hot strikers in Europe at the moment, but they'll just look into their academy and ask him if West Ham United is the best fit for Patson Daka. Well, with the games I've watched Patson Daka since 2015, I see that his strength comes in counter-attacking play. He's one poacher, I would say. And if you see David Moyes' system at the moment, he loves to play Mikel Antonio because he's one player who can hold the ball. He's one player who brings other players such as Jared Bowen and Pablo Fornals into the game with his hold-up play. So, of course, Hudson is 22 years old. And if he was to go to West Ham United, he's got the body for it. But that's an attribute of his game we need to add to the fact that he needs to hold the ball up and wait for others in support. You know, the likes of Lanzini maybe and Said Ben Lama. So it's a good move. I think I would be in support of that move. I like the Tottenham move because, of course, as Wamuzo said, Tottenham Hotspur, Harry Kane, you just can't displace him. There have been so many strikers over the years that have come to Llorente, one of them. They've all failed to displace him. He rarely misses a game, rarely gets injured. But I like Antonio. Antonio is 30 now, be 31 this year, and he does get those nibbles, those injuries. And I think Hudson would shine with his chance because West Ham are a good side. They're able to create for the strikers. So it would be a good move for me, but I'm looking for it. And if he's ready for the move, then I would be for support.
Okay, pretty much exciting. All right, maybe Fundis wants to say something. I wanted us to run through the fixtures, and then he gives us his preview of the Man United Liverpool game, and he buys his fertilizer.
All right, just to tell you something that is very exciting. I've just received a message and kulika ka picture of streaming, and the message says you can read it, Lucy, without saying the name.
All right, so I can say your name.
Yes.
It says, Mamuzo, I will be a sponsor for roasting Kwacha Zanga. Excellent idea. That's very creative.
My goodness.
So
seriously,
something that Lucy has missed is Mbuzi. I'll sponsor Mbuzi for roasting Kwacha Zanga. So uko Kwacha Zanga Mambera already.
Mbuzi.
Pamene hapa precisely. We will not name names. Ikafika ngati bativomeleza because wanatipasa permission to kutitikambe, but he is listening. And then I think batamba pa streaming.
Streaming.
So watumira ka picture no kamba screenshot of the show. No kamba I'll sponsor Mbuzi. So already Mbuzi aonekera. So we'll be looking forward. So whoever is gonna be there.
This is licking her lips.
Already.
We'll find one was go cha mushe Mbuzi. Baka chai mushe paper. Tuma paper oroziwa ka. Tuma follow then na
Already the upper junction. Have you traveled south?
There you go. So maonyo ni mapotato na rape. Wanga jarima chaika kumatero. So tibwera Kwacha Zanga Mbuzi already is on the plate. This is what we were saying, and there are people who will listen to Backpage. We mean to appreciate like this brother of ours who ngatipasa permission probably in the coming weeks but it is kamba. But as soon as there's a go ahead, life ya bora kunomo away from COVID, Tizabwera Chazanga will be the first place. Waza from Kabata was also saying mukachuka Kwacha Zanga tifuna Kabata mukabwere. Somebody also in Chirenje just sent in a message to say naise kuchirenje osa Ivan. I'm sure very soon Mateo, maybe when we go to Tizambi at naise kumateo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Livingstone, I'm sure they are complaining that they are also wazaga kumahamba
Zakankala season 1.
Precisely. So this weekend but we want to make Mateo a memorable and Chazanga. We can carry number one because Mbuzi iliko kutara. So man carry yama Brazil, Shani, and we'll find the best. I mean, also Bride Master. Let's zamuleta.
Bride Master.
Tizaleta Bride Master. What about Bride yama? Tufuna Mbuzi. Tikakabati maybe ni Joe Mbuzi or Lorenzo Mbuzi. Ndio mnazankara kudeki.
Absolutely.
Then kuchazanga nimwe zankarira. So let's get with the business now in as far as the
exactly. And we call it Backpage na michopo.
Already my saliva is jumping around. Backpage na michopo.
All right, Luke,
go ahead.
An update in terms of Premier League. So I started with Thursday. So Arsenal played Crystal Palace and they drew. nil.
Bali pamwamba ku page 2 of the Premier League.
Bali pamwamba.
What a consolation.
Page 2 of Premier League.
I go straight into today's games. I'll probably run through for tomorrow's because I know tomorrow is very important,
Very
especially
true, yeah.
na mapalo. It's very important.
There's nobody who cannot get involved.
Telling you.
Because Bavini Wakonka, they have to. Then my haters, the betters, lovers, wants it. Absolutely.
So today we have Wolves playing West Brom at 14:30. Then we have West Ham versus Burnley at 17 hours. Leeds United versus Brighton at 17 hours, same time, right? Fulham versus Chelsea at 19:30. We have Leicester City versus Southampton today at 22 hours. That's tonight, that is, right?
Adults only football.
Yes. Then tomorrow we have Sheffield United versus Tottenham at 16 hours. Liverpool versus Manchester United at
marquee game of the weekend.
18:30 hours. The Upper Mwamba game.
That's
Absolutely, yeah. The Upper Mwamba
Upper
game.
well said,
game.
yes.
Thereafter, we have Manchester City versus Crystal Palace at 21:15.
The Upper Mwamba game.
The Upper Mwamba. She's put it, better than anybody would ever put it ahead of that big game.
Absolutely.
Kuenda kugula fertilizer now. The only thing I can say is that I'll repeat, Manchester United is the underdog. Kaimbo kangono muri fight. Because when the China manje with the top dog by Liverpool. What has happened is that nobody believed. This is why we want to come but Zebra Pamamba, they don't know how anaenda pamwamba anakwera bwanji
we're used to seeing this
alipansi anapesa kabwanji pamwamba abora zipeza alipamwamba so wakambatia azakagwa and so on and so forth. Yes, I think that Liverpool will be starting as favorites. Forget about the stories about triple player. That is nonsense. That's a derby. It's a huge, derby. This is the bitterest rivalry ever. And their last loss.
Is it the South-West derby? Is that what they call it? I think traditionally.
Absolutely. Mufana Mapalo, I'm sure is researching and will give us the exact
coming.
Northwest.
Exactly. Northwest derby. And it stems from the fact that in the 80s, Liverpool were the dominant side in as far as the first division of England, as it was known then, was concerned. And then came a certain
Manchester United.
Alexander Chapman Ferguson. In November of 1986. And he said, I have come to knock Liverpool off their pitch. And I use him already, you're listening to Christian radio. And when he came in, he did exactly that. And Liverpool have been playing second fiddle until longer than KK ruled Zambia, they managed to win the league. And now they are the top dogs. They are the top dogs. They are the top dogs. But since they lost to Crystal Palace in 2017 at home in the league, they have never lost. And so Manchester United cannot think that they can go and whip the backsides of Liverpool at Anfield just because they are in good form. Liverpool would not want, they would want to lose to anybody but not Manchester United. And as such, that in the betting and your haters, go ahead and just go ahead and bet on a Liverpool win. But tell you what, I mean, I'm being very honest.
If you don't love your money.
He gave any free advice because I don't see Liverpool losing such a match at home.
Actually playing reverse psychology.
The best that can happen.
Intelligent,
I've always been. Look. Let's be honest with ourselves. This is a team that has never lost at Anfield in the league since they lost to Crystal Palace 2-1. Mapalo, correct me if I'm wrong. April of 2017. April of 2017.
And then you know what also makes him smart? So that when Liverpool wins, he'll come back on the platform and say, in a nakamba, but
is it not because I'm an analyst? If I was just a Capio, would you even invite me? Can I remind you how you made me stay here? You invited me just one day. Then the people said, then after the show, come on, he's very he's smarter than me. He just said, you have heard what the people have said. You come even next week. But having said that, look, that in the Ramazan Muzizonda, I can't for Manchester United win 9. Nakuzani. But having said that, I think that, Jurgen Klopp, somebody had asked, I think Steven or somebody sent a text and asking that, my mind games, Klopp manjali, no, my penalty, so much pass. When the son man, we have seen Mo Salah a diver. So, that was the attack in Gwendam box, and Manchester United, they counter attack a lot and they get into the box a lot. And tell you what, Marcus Rashford said, I'm not going to diver, see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Jose Mourinho. And then Mourinho said, go to the Opta records in his response. He was asked, and they want to say, man, you could dive at go to the records. Because under Mourinho, Rashford only won, I think, 2 penalties. But under Solskjaer, he has won 4 penalties. This is why Mourinho charismatic, and then my record. Now, talking about records, Bruno Fernandes, like we said earlier on, has won his 4th Player of the Month award
in Man United career.
In his Manchester United career since he signed in January of 2020, and he has won 4 now. That's the first by any player on earth ever to win in a calendar year 4 of those. And would you believe that Cristiano Ronaldo in 6 years at Manchester United, he only managed to win 4? But this is a guy who not even in a year, it's not yet a full year, he's already won 4. There's a certain Thierry Henry from the Arsenal, he's a legend, he only managed to win 4. So that tells you that Liverpool, then I can last. Be careful on who you put your money on tomorrow. May I sign out? I might join in later, but let me run and you can mind Vula Rock. Fertilizer, then we can join in via Zoom.
All right, thanks for Fundisi.
Cheers, my guys.
Should have initially been hanging on for 10 minutes, but been on for 2 minutes. You have to cruise, man.
Yes, I have to. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So
Lucy,
let's hear it now from Mapalo. Manchester United versus Liverpool. You don't have to fear anything. Fundisi has walked away. Kamba chabe manje masuka.
No, he's actually shocked me that he predicts a certain, not a good result for United, because United fans the whole week have been buzzing me, and I had the pressure waiting for results. So I'm really shocked because they're oozing with confidence right now, and their away record speaks for itself. They're unbeaten in the league for about 10 games now. So they're finding Liverpool at the worst possible time. It's the first time we haven't been able to score in 2 consecutive games for about 3 years now. So it's the worst possible time for us to meet an informed team, and it's the best possible time for them to meet a Liverpool team. But having said that, just to reiterate again what Manuza has said, 67 games unbeaten at home. That is a sensational record. And Liverpool are just emotional when it comes to this game. And honestly, as a fan, I haven't been able to see an open Liverpool versus United game because of the pragmatic approach of Jose Mourinho in the past, and even Ole Gunnar Solskjaer himself is guilty of being a bit pragmatic and defensive. But I'd love to see United play an open game. It would really be interesting that way. If they come and don't pack the bus and attack us, I think they might actually rattle us because, of course, we don't have Van Dijk, we don't have Gomez, who are 2 starting centre backs. Matip is a doubt, but he's been training. So, of course, we have Fabinho, and if we have a youngster in there, that should give United the mentor to come attack us. And if they really do attack us, I think that will be an enjoyable game, not only for us, but for the neutrals. Having said that, though, this is an opportunity for Liverpool to get back on track. No win in the last 3 games, and honestly, if we had won the last 3 games, we would have been sailing the top by 9 points. But a loss against Southampton, a draw against West Brom, a draw against Newcastle, totally unacceptable. by the standards of that Liverpool has set in the last 2-3 years. So it's an interesting game. I really hope the boys are up for it, and I really feel we can win this one, and I hope we do win this one because I just need to get all the Man U fans. They just need to get back where they belong for the last 5 years below us. But yeah, I think I can't wait for it, and I'm excited. I really do hope to see an open game.
What do you think the game will be like? Do you expect Liverpool to win at Anfield, like we mentioned earlier, to say that they've never lost a game at their stadium
in the last 4 years?
Yes,
the last 4 years.
Yes, I do think we are favorites. I do think we are favorites for this game, and honestly, if we avoid mistakes, we just need to avoid simple mistakes. I think if Joel Matip starts, it gives confidence to the rest of the team that we have a solid backline with Fabinho, Trent, and Robertson, as well as Alisson go. If Joel Matip starts, it breeds confidence. If Thiago starts in that midfield, Henderson on the right side, Gini Wijnaldum on the left side, I think that will be an exceptional midfield battle because I do predict Ole to start with Fred, McTominay, Fernandes just ahead, and Pogba just ahead of the two defensive midfielders. So I think the midfield really, really wins this game. Whoever comes up tops in midfield really wins this game. It's going to be an interesting matchup between Thiago and Fernandes, some of the most talented midfielders you see in the Premier League at the moment. So yeah, I think whoever wins the midfield battle wins this game, and I really hope it's us who come up top.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you very much, as Lucy says. Andrew, what do you make of what Mapala has submitted? I know you want to talk on from a Man United perspective so that we balance the scales before we talk of La Liga and Serie A. Mr. Kabwe.
It's a great game, Lorenzo. Manchester United haven't been in this shape in a very long time. Mm-hmm. And Liverpool has been on top. I mean, the last 2-3 seasons, they've been playing fantastic football. You remember they, ran neck to neck with, Man City when Man City picked them just by 1 point in a previous season. So they are a great team. Although this season they haven't had their usual squad in place. We all know Van Dijk has been on the mend for a while, after sustaining that injury, and they have a makeshift backline, safe for Anderson and Arnold. They have midfielders who are playing as center backs. So you can see some of the fouls that they commit are actually out of anxiety. But having said that, they are a solid team. They play very, very well together. They attack from their wings. They've got great wing backs who are able to take the ball into the box very easily. And they have 3 lethal strikers in their team. So it's a very interesting matchup. Man U are also playing very well lately. Even the times when they haven't been at their best, they are able to post positive results. And that is what is making this encounter very, very interesting. Personally, I want to see how both teams can respond under pressure, because this derby is a pressure derby. Regardless of whatever performances have happened in other encounters with other teams, but when these two teams meet, it's a different ballgame altogether. So it will be a very good encounter. For me, I see this to be a draw. I know you're going to say, but you're Man U. Yes, I'm Man U, but I see this to be a draw because they will all come out wanting to, post a positive result, and they'll all come out wanting to smart the other. So it will be a very interesting encounter, Lorenzo.
Okay, great stuff. All right, there's one interesting item that Lucy has to bring out concerning Chelsea, but before she does that, let me run through fixtures in La Liga for this particular weekend. All right, today is the 16th. Actually, on Tuesday and Wednesday, all right, we have Cadiz playing Levante. All right, Cadiz at home at the Ramon de Carranza will be playing Levante. Then Elche will be away to Real Valladolid at the Jose Zorrilla Stadium. Deportivo Alaves play Sevilla at 22:30 at Estadio de Mendizorroza. Then Wednesday, we'll see Getafe play Huesca. This game is at 20. Then Celta de Vigo will be away to Real Betis at the Benito Villamarin. Then Villarreal play Granada at 22:30. All right, so those are the 2 days that we have La Liga action in the Spanish Premier Division. But talking of the Italian Serie A, football is up and running. At the Renato Dall'Ara Stadium, Bologna play Hellas Verona. Then Spezia will be away to Torino at the Grand Torino Stadium. Then Sampdoria plays Udinese at the Luigi Ferraris. Then we do have Napoli playing Fiorentina at home. Then Benevento will be away to Crotone. This game will be at 16 hours Central African time. Sassuolo plays Parma at 16. Then Genoa will be away to Atalanta. We have Internazionale at the San Siro playing Juventus in this marquee fixture in the Italian Serie A. Then Monday Night Football sees Cagliari playing at home to AC Milan. High-flying AC Milan that are on top of the Il Campionato in the Italian Serie A. All right, it's interesting aspect that you want us to hear, Lucy, from Chelsea's standpoint.
Yeah, so enough of men's football. So now we go straight to the FA. You know, it's happening, right? The FA Barclays Women's Super League. So we have Chelsea that is playing Manchester United on Sunday.
Sunday, that's tomorrow.
Women. So that's a big game for us as well. We do have a big game apart from Liverpool versus Manchester United. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
Chelsea versus Man United.
Yes, Chelsea versus Man United. Of course, I'll be neutral, but it's a game, a must-watch game for me. I want to see what skills
advancing women's football.
Exactly. Why not? See, I'm excited. So I've got 2 games tomorrow.
To watch.
Yes.
Wow. So I guess that one comes before the other one.
Yes, this one comes before the other one because the other one starts at
18:30. Then this one.
Yes, this one will be 14:30.
14:30.
Yes.
Yeah, we always say ladies first. We mean it, even in football. So ladies play first tomorrow.
Exactly, and I'll have enough time to think about the other game that
is taking place later. Awesome. Pick of the week. Look out for the weekend. Let me start with the young prodigy Mapalo.
Well, my pick of the week. Let's see. Well, I would say there was action coming from the Spanish Super Cup. We saw Athletic Bilbao beat Real Madrid to make it to the Spanish Super Cup finals, and then we had a penalty shootout between Real Sociedad and
nice one.
we had the penalty shootout between Barcelona and Real Sociedad, in which, of course, Barcelona triumphed and qualified to the final of the Spanish Super Cup. And interesting, that was Barcelona's first penalty shootout in 22 years, the first penalty shootout since 1998. So interesting stuff happening in Spain, and that's why you see that the fixtures are actually being played in midweek because the Spanish Super Cup is being played. But my lookout for the week, of course, tomorrow. It doesn't get any bigger than this. The biggest rivalry in England, arguably the world, it's coming to a standstill, and obviously we'll see who the true Reds are tomorrow. Liverpool versus Manchester United at Anfield. It's going to be electric. So yeah, of course, that is my lookout for the week.
Okay. All right, Andrew, pick of the weekend, look out for the weekend.
Pick of the week, the resumption of the Zambian League. We've seen quite interesting results. We have seen teams that are spending so much, buying good big buses, buying proper, attire for the players. But when they go on the pitch, it's a totally different story. I'm talking about Osaka Dynamos. They've bought another new bus, which they were branding this week, and they've launched a new set of jerseys, which they were showing off the past week. So yeah, we hope that all those things happening in the in the boardroom can actually bring out positive results on the pitch. Look out for the weekend. Definitely, Manchester United versus Liverpool. Mouth-watering encounter. Mapalo has already, said that it is the greatest rivalry in football. Arguably the entire world. So it's something that they will will look forward to. Also looking forward to Lorenzo, the Zambia versus Tanzania. Be it next
On
week, Tuesday, but it's something that I'm looking forward to.
Awesome. All right, Lucy, peak of the week, I suppose.
Peak for the week for me is the current situation in terms of the Premier League. What is happening on the table, the first five. So for me, that is exciting. I want to see the.
You really want to blink?
No. I'm just looking at the table, focused. I'm not blinking. And then for the weekend, it's the AFA Backless Women's League. I mean, what else to watch apart from that is.
Chelsea
versus Manchester United and
Liverpool
versus Man United.
Awesome. All right, so we have
Nothing
a packed
more
weekend.
for me.
Nothing more, eh? All right, so I'd like to appreciate it's been Lucy with me as well as Mfundi C. All right, and thank you very much, Mapalo and Andrew, for joining us via.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, Lorenzo.
Excellent. All right, it's mejores amigos para siempre. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, we have to say,
Lights
out.